Hey pals, it's Sassy Cassie, and welcome back to another reaction video of Naruto. As always, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers and anyone watching this video. Thank you guys so much for following me on my shinobi journey. Second, as a reminder, or in case you are new, that even though I've been an anime fan for a very long time, I have never watched Naruto. However, because it's been out for so long, because one of my bestest friends in the whole world just loves Naruto, and because of the internet, there are some things about Naruto that I already know. This is mostly like character names and maybe what they look like, no real major plot points. However, it has come to my attention that I may know more than I think I know, but I don't know what these things are until they come up in the show. So, I apologize in advance if this bothers anybody, but we are just going to keep watching Naruto and enjoying it to the fullest. On to the recap. So in the last episode, we got officially introduced to Itachi, who is Sasuke's older brother, and they get into an altercation with Asuma and Kurenai, and then Kakashi just shows up and he's just like, yeah, I was kind of worried about you guys. But then my question was, did he just leave Sasuke? And are they after Sasuke? My friend and I, who I mentioned, really wanted to watch the episode where I meet Itachi, or watch this series of episodes where you meet Itachi. She didn't spoil anything, obviously, because she's a good pal, but she did listen to me rant about all of my different theories about what's going on, and she laughed and she goes, you'll understand in a little bit. Well, my pressing question was if they were after Sasuke, because they said that, do you know where he is? And they said yes. I don't know. I question it because I have so many questions. Questions upon questions. That's my word of the day. Questions. I'm very interested to see how this goes. How this fight goes, I mean. And I do recall also, besides all of the Uchiha family drama, that Jiraiya was also asked to be the Hokage, and he was like, nah, that's not for me. But there is another person, another Sannin, who I can't recall the name at the moment, but I'm sure I'll learn who it is. And he went to go get Naruto to go on this journey with him, or at least he mentioned him. He said that he has a really interesting young pupil, and then he met him at the ramen shop. So I'm so curious how, like, Naruto's journey is gonna go, how this whole altercation is gonna go. So, you know what? Without further ado, let's get into it. Aw, look at all these little guys. I love it. I don't know who the pig is, but everyone else.
Okay, talk. What's a rogue ninja like you doing in this village?
Something tells me he's not gonna talk.
Kakashi Hatake.
Is that really his last name? How did I not know that?
Sharingan!
Oh, we're getting right into a flashback then. Okay, cool. Oh no, it's not a flashback. It just looked that way. It's just Sasuke. Okay, whatever.
Wait! How come I get stuck tagging along with you while you do research for another one of your pervy books?
Look,
Is he just calling it research?
there's a woman I have to find, a very remarkable woman.
Well, count me out, old man. I don't have time to help.
He's skirting around the truth.
I see. You'd just be wasting your time. Chidori's not really your style. And besides that, kid, the woman we're looking for is really beautiful. I mean...
That doesn't work for him. Don't you know that?
Okay, fine, suit yourself. And I could have taught you jutsu that made Chidori look like kid stuff.
Oh, see, he does get him.
Maybe I'll just see if Sasuke wants to come.
Oh, that's so rude. How dare you push that button?
I'll go pack my bag. Stay right there, pervy sage. I'll be right back. Don't move.
What a knucklehead. Still, you can't help liking him.
Oh.
This one's a true heir of the Sharingan. That means I've got to be ready for the worst.
Well,
Okay.
so there really is someone besides Itachi with those crazy eyes.
There's also Sasuke.
I find none other than Itachi Uchiha and Kisame Hoshigaki, the scourge of the Hidden Mist Village.
How about that? You know my name.
Didn't they already discuss that they know who they are? I mean, I know it wasn't Kakashi, but like I assume they share information.
Mist. The one called Shark Skin.
I heard that you and Zabuza had it out a while back.
Zabuza.
Go ahead. I'd love to cut you to ribbons.
Kisame, stop it.
Interesting. He told him to stop?
If you take this man on, it won't be without cost. Furthermore, it will take time, and the commotion is liable to bring more shinobi running.
And they don't have time.
Your way is inefficient
that.
and unnecessarily risky. Don't lose sight of our goal.
Which is... He's not going to be one of those villains that just tells you the whole plan,
We're
is he?
looking for something, and we know it's here.
And what
Something.
would that be?
Not someone. See, this perspective is making me think it has something to do with Sasuke, which is already my theory, but now I'm having second thoughts because I just don't know anymore.
My way is more efficient than Kisame's.
Oh dear.
Ninja art water style, water wall!
The way they do things like fast but also in slow motion is so cool.
The shuriken in his hand were just a ruse to distract me from his water style attack.
That's cool.
Anticipated my moves. Almost.
A shadow clone.
Ah!
It's too great.
Aha. Woo!
What a
Thank goodness. I mean, I should have known. I wasn't that surprised. But like, ugh.
Nice job, Kakashi.
Get back, Kurenai! That one's the shadow clone.
Oh.
I'm gonna learn a new jutsu. Now maybe I'll finally get Sakura's attention. And a kiss.
Just need to give up on that part. Also, can we think... I think most of those are snacks.
Stay on your toes. This guy was made chief of Anbu Black Ops when he was only 13.
Really? How interesting. So he was part of the Anbu Black Ops.
Why is it that the Uchiha clan is known by all and feared by all? I'll show you what the Sharingan can do when it's wielded by a true...
I have questions.
Oh no! Close your eyes! Don't look at his eyes!
No, just gotta stare, or they do that for a dramatic effect.
I'm gonna have to do this alone. My Sharingan against his.
Interesting.
However, there is something they can't defend against.
Ugh.
This special Sharingan jutsu called Tsukuyomi.
Tsukuyomi. I know that word.
Kekkei Genkai can defeat me.
Sasuke.
Ugh. Okay, is this a flashback? I never know anymore. Interesting.
I wonder how much of this someone without the Kekkei Genkai can take. Feels like a mind game, but a very real mind game. Okay, that's what it's looking like here. The next 72 hours will be nothing but this. Over and over.
72 hours? That's such a long time. Surely they're not going to stay there the whole time. Or it's just something that is in his mind and they can go elsewhere while he's messing with his mind, I guess, if that makes sense.
That's...
Tsukuyomi. Time and space. Physical math.
Even the way they do like the black and white contrast is like, it's so well done, but it's freaking me out.
Pain is pain. Call it what you will.
feel it any less deeply by thinking it's not real?
I mean, no. Come on, Kakashi, you could do it.
What? No. Only a single second has passed.
Time is a construct, I guess. I don't like seeing Kakashi being tortured this way, even if it's all in the mind, technically. Are we zooming out to the real world here? No? Okay. Okay, we are.
What just happened? 1 second the guy's talking, and the next second you hit the ground.
3 days in that world, and less than a moment passed in this one.
Oh, okay.
After all that, the fool's spirit is still intact. Meanwhile, you risked overusing those eyes of yours. You know that's dangerous.
I have questions.
Thing you've come for, is it Sasuke?
No. The legacy of the fourth Hokage.
What?
What's he talking about? What's he after?
Oh my gosh. Is he after Naruto? Or is it a jutsu? The jutsu that the...
It's been a long time, Jiraiya. How many
Okay,
years?
I'm gonna shut up and listen.
I'll train Naruto from now on. The third Hokage was wise to place the boy under your supervision. He's been well looked after. But even someone of your remarkable abilities might not be enough to get him ready.
Ready for what?
I've been keeping a close watch on Orochimaru all this time, ever since the day he left the village.
Is that why he's never in the village?
For many years, I observed his movements. But then...
What?
But then what?
He became part of an organization.
Oh, okay, we're gonna talk about the organization now. Okay.
What's its purpose?
No one really knows for sure, but it's a roving gang of 9 like-minded shinobi who call themselves the Akatsuki.
Okay. Akatsuki.
These are not small-timers. Almost everyone in the organization is listed in the bingo book as an S-class criminal deviant.
Interesting.
When 9 shinobi like that get together, it's not because they want to do charity work.
Correct.
I'm sure you've already got an idea by now as to where this is headed.
No, actually. Please elaborate.
Recently, the group started splitting up. Orochimaru went off on his own, while others paired up and dispersed through different areas, searching for new jutsu to master. And other things as well.
Other things?
It's only a possibility, but it makes sense. After all, the 9-tailed fox has an incredible amount of chakra.
They want to release it? Or they just want the power? Interesting. So Jiraiya's not just a pervy sage.
And I'll keep an eye on Naruto. Leave his training to me.
I mean, this gives me a lot of faith in Jiraiya because before I had a little.
There are 7 more of you out there, searching, hunting. I know all about you. You call yourselves the Akatsuki, right?
Kisame, we'll take Kakashi with us, but we don't need the others. Get rid of them.
That made them mad. They're like, how do you know so much about us? Yes, Guy Sensei! Woo! Woo!
Don't underestimate him.
It's him, Itachi.
Kakashi. Don't worry, your best pal's got you.
Relax. I know what I'm doing.
after spending this much time training to fight Kakashi. I know all about Sharingan.
So you know how to deflect it?
Don't worry, just don't look in his eyes. That's the key to fighting an opponent who's using Sharingan. Focus on his feet. You can read what he's gonna do from his feet.
You know, that's pretty smart.
Kurenai, get Kakashi to the medical court. Asuma, you'll be my backup. Got it. All right. I sent word for the Anbu blood bombs, but until they get here...
He had time to do all... Did Kakashi know? Or did Guy just happen upon this scene?
We're not here to fight a full-scale battle. Tempting as it may be, it's not the way to do this. Let's go.
Okay.
That's too bad. It was just getting fun.
It was. I wanted to know how this was going to go down. But also, I guess I can understand from a strategic standpoint that it would be better to leave while you're ahead. Is it full of snacks?
Don't think you might have overdone it a little? You do realize we're not going on a trip around the world, right?
Okay, let's discuss this for a second. So he's not after Sasuke, even though the perspective made it look that way. You know, I learned a lot about perspective from watching Promised Neverland, that things are not always what they seem. They just always talked about the thing that they were after and then would go to Sasuke. So it made me think that they were after Sasuke, but they were really after Naruto. Well, more specifically, the Nine-Tailed Fox. Now, I'm curious if they want to release it or they just want to harness its power. I'm assuming the latter, they just want to harness its power, but like, how do you get it out of Naruto without letting it out? I don't know. There's probably some jutsu or whatever for that, but it's curious. And I'm really curious when Jiraiya and Kakashi had that conversation, because did that happen before the Chunin exam? Or I guess not before the Chunin, but like during the course of the Chunin exam? Or did this happen after Jiraiya met Naruto and trained him for the summoning, and then he went further and just like decided that he was going to take care of his training? I don't know. The timeline, little confused about, but I really, that conversation that they had this episode gave me a little bit more respect for Jiraiya, because in my mind, he just left to write his books and do his research and just be silly. I didn't realize that he left to keep an eye on Orochimaru and found out all this stuff. And speaking of which, knowing that they were willing to take Kakashi once they knew that he knew who they were, like about their organization, it's kind of like an actual secret organization. Like, well, at least what you see in movies anyway, which is very different probably than reality. But in a secret organization, you wouldn't want somebody who's not part of your organization to know things about you, because then that risks your secret organization safety and your operations and all that stuff. So the second they found out that he knew about them, they were like, all right, let's take him. But then, of course, Guy Sensei shows up, and I love Guy Sensei so much. He's always there for his pal Kakashi. Just the fact that I just want to know, like, did he sense something was wrong and then came, or did he just happen upon it? Either way, I'm glad that he was there. I'm glad that they left. I am very curious about lots of things. I am glad to know what this secret organization is called. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Akatsuki? I think that's what I heard. But they're the people with the black robes with the red clouds. And there's only 9 of them. In my mind, when Orochimaru mentioned the organization, I just thought that they were like a massive organization. I didn't realize it was like a small organization. But I guess organizations can be small. But I guess the word just automatically makes me think that it's larger. I don't know. There was a lot that happened. I'm glad it all worked out. I have questions about why they want the Nine-Tailed Fox. I'm sure it's kind of like what Kakashi and Jiraiya were talking about, where the Nine-Tailed Fox does have a lot of chakra, which could enhance one's abilities. I don't know. This show makes me feel like the overall feel I have makes me feel like there's more to it than just that. Or it could be as simple as that. I don't know. Anywhoots, thank you guys so much again for watching and following me on my shinobi journey. I post every Saturday at this moment until further notice. And until next time, bye!